Oh boy. Hum, 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 hum. Hum, hum, hum. Puppy. Home, 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 home. Deep breath. Deep breath. What is up, everyone? This is Boopity Boo, Coffee with Soul. I'm your host. We're gonna chat. We're gonna talk. Yeah, we're gonna talk. I can talk. Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't talk so loud. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to be as energetic as I usually am, just at a lower volume. I am feeling better, much better than I felt yesterday. Yesterday I woke up, I was like, nope. Because I was waking up a lot the previous night. I just kept waking up over and over and over again. I was like, you know, sweating, and it was just awful. So I took yesterday off, and I was just relaxing, doing a lot of this, a lot of looking at cute puppies, and you know, keeping my spirits up. Watched a lot of anime. Like, what was I watching? Okay, I don't remember the titles of most of the things I was watching. I was watching like random stuff on Crunchyroll. I was watching the what was it? It was a Gundam movie, Endless Waltz. That was an old one. That was like from like the late 90s or so. So I watched that thing, which was fun because I'm a Gundam fan. Little trivia right there. Oh, delicious coffee. But yeah, I've been like engorging myself on like water and fluids and like honey lemon tea just to make sure that I can you know, be up and at it today. Yay, so here I am. But I'm gonna try my best. So I am gonna be talking lower. I hope that doesn't like disrupt like the energy that I put into like looking at stuff and like appreciating cool things with the 5 visits that we'll do today. So the 5 that we'll visit, which includes Sun Fury, Tiverus, Valeri, ooh, that's a tough one. Vil and Shadow Quartz. So folks like Theo, Fuzzy, Seiji, Ahmed, and Virus, they're gonna be deferred to next week. But then I also queued up only 10 more people to sign up, so 15 people next week. And yeah, I'm just going to put those off until later because it's already Thursday. And I can't really like squeeze. I will not be able to do a long stream. That is not a good idea. I'm not even sure if I'm going to do a weekly, because if I were to do a weekly, I'm mostly going to be talking about like the reactions to the story developments of the end of this, the end of the 12.0, and folks are pissed, and I don't, I get why, and people are fine to be like, oh man, this story sucks, bad writing, but I don't mind that. But when people get to the specifics, or when people were talking the specifics of what their grievances are with the story in the 12L, I'm like, wait, I don't get it. I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about at all. There are 2 prevailing things that I heard. One is that it's, oh, I don't like it. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I can't really say anything to that. What am I gonna say? Oh, you're wrong for not liking it? No, of course not. But then people will say that the story was rushed. And I don't get that. Warcraft has almost always been a very brief story. Things move. Things are always going at a brisk pace. How long was the War of the Shifting Sands? Not very long. It lasted a few hours. Something like that. How long was that? How long was the Lich King's incursion into Eastern Kingdoms and Kalimdor? One fight. And then an expansion full of him getting his ass beat at every turn until he finally got beaten down for one more time. It's been a series of that, and yet like people are talking to like, one, oh my god, the reunification of the elves, it's like it's done, which I don't even see at all. I would almost say that the the team up between the elves in at the end of the storyline, it's almost cringe, not with how they're unified, but with how they really wanted to make sure in the dialogue, no, we still hate each other, but we know we'll come together when there's a greater threat, which has been the entire thing of Warcraft. It's always been like that. Ever since we saw in Warcraft 3, Reign of Chaos, the RTS, we saw the orc dude fighting the human dude, and they're like really going at it, and then all of a sudden they both get blasted by the Infernal. It was at that moment that you were going to see one of the strongest and most consistent themes in the franchise. So it's not surprising to see that consistently happen throughout all of World of Warcraft. But you would also consistently see people be like, wait, that's not how it's supposed to be. Forever. And so I was talking shit, I admit. I was talking shit, being like, yo, y'all, it feels like some folks out there, not everyone, because some folks just don't like the story, and that's fine. But part of the reasons why, you know, and the whole like unification thing, it's to me, it's this demonstration of lack of comprehension. I don't know what other way to put it. So, so it reads as if someone out there was like, oh, bad writing, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, some popular streamer, creator, whatever. And then it just kind of snowballed. That's what it feels like. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll open up the conversation, because I don't think I'm going to have it in me to be like super long-winded in a weekly. But I'll kind of open it up and be like, so why? Yeah. I mean, I want to hear your thoughts too. We have 15 minutes. We have some time to like chat about it. The other thing I did was work on the house a little bit. Yay. I worked on it a little bit. Go me. I wanted, so here's like where the cafe is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be like a room this large, because what I want to do in the cafe is I want to be able to see the cafe from the outside, from every perspective, from all these 3 skybox rooms here. That's kind of what I want to do. We'll see how that works out. I want to work on that later. But in the meantime, I've been working on like everything before the cafe, like the ruins that the cafe is built next to. So we're kind of going backwards. Is that a medium room? No, this is a large room. So we're kind of going backwards, right? The lighting's been changed, by the way. So here is where the pantry is going to be. Just a pantry. We don't make food here. Actually, no, we'll have snacks. But yeah, we're not going to have like food here, okay? Well, we'll go in, but past the pantry are like the ruins. So I managed to find some cheap enchanting things to kind of like give the whole, hey, it's being worked on sort of dealy. But yeah, we're going through, foundations are being built. This area has been kind of hollowed out. And then out here, you have like another exit. And you can kind of see like the startings of like, okay, I'm having like this whole process happening where we're like wheeling stuff out, right? Things are being crated up, it's being taken outside, and then this is as far as we go. So I put up a barrier. I don't want anyone to like kind of go out there and all that. But yeah, we have a little bit of illusion back there of distance that we can see there, and I think it's being pulled off pretty decently. There's like a puppy house right back there. There's a drill machine that's on its way, you know, so that's going to be coming over. But I didn't want it to be distracting and showing up in here. And so here's like, you know, kind of like the, I don't know, loading dock or something like that. But, you know, work is being done here. It's being kind of illuminated. I'm going to add some more. Some stuff is being worked on. Here's like a workstation. And then here's the throne room that I was talking about, that I showed you guys earlier. So I dolled it up a little bit. So here's the throne room. So here's the throne room. It's still kind of like jacked up. There's still a mess. Things are still being like wheeled out and cleaned up. But I wanted to have a whole in progress sort of look to it, because that's the title of this build, work in progress. So things are being slowly cleared out, cleaned up, and all that, but not so much. It's still like a lot to do. But this is as far as we've gone so far. And we have some spotlights to illuminate those spots that haven't really been touched much at all. And then we'll make our way down, you know, to like the actual ruins of this keep, this castle, or whatever it is, that has been long abandoned. Like, it's just ruined. Like, things are in total disarray. Things are like jacked up. It's, you know, it's collapsed. There's you know, I put up some sconces there just to make like a little bit of illumination. Like, okay, I was here. And then we'll make our way like through these ruins. We're going backwards, by the way. This isn't even how the visit starts. Making our way up and up and up, and then all of a sudden we are outside. So we're outside of this keep area. Like I said, it's all jacked up, overgrowth, debris, stuff everywhere. Things are dilapidated. You know, eventually it'll get cleaned up, but you know, someday. But then we kind of get, but then it also tells a bit of a story, like just a small story. And I don't know if I'll be able to flesh it out anymore. There's like this little plushie in a backpack to kind of indicate like people who had escaped whatever had happened through here. So, you know, so we're going through, and then now we have like lots of overgrowth in here, lots of naturey things as we're going through like this kind of escape tunnel, and then they make their way out, and that's kind of it. So that's the idea. Yay! There's new decor in 1205, hoping for that new Endeavor decor. If it is, it's encrypted. Because frankly, Moxie, the what I've seen from 1205, it doesn't. I haven't seen anything to indicate that it's a new Endeavor. Haven't seen it. I still sound sick. I am still sick. Well, I'm still getting over it. Like, I'm trying to not strain my voice too much, which is hard to do because I'm going to be doing 3 hours of visits. Oh boy. So yeah, the things that I saw in the 1205, they sort of indicate there can, not that there will, but there can be an update to the neighborhood vendors. Because there's a lot of like naturey stuff that's being added. The kind, oh yeah, that's right, so, there's an indication that, I was saying that there's lots of naturey stuff, rocks and plants and greens and all that sort of stuff, that tell me they can update the neighborhood vendors and add more stuff, which is cool because it's neighborhood level stuff, which is just bought with gold. But there's no other indicator. I have no no clue there. But yes, I do have some lemon honey tea left, so I'll be smashing on that as we go. Did the lighting change? I don't think it changed. Let me double check, just in case. All right, we're fine. Yay. So yeah, so when we actually walk in, like we come into here, you know, so we go into this spot. So it's gonna feel kind of odd because I'm doing this whole backwards thing. But what I feel kind of proud of is that I used the skybox room as not a dead end. Yay! You know, that's something that I feel proud of doing. I'm sure that other people have done it. I've not, you know, I tend to not like look around and try to find creators, find housing creators and look at their stuff. You know, I want to kind of like, you know, figure out what I can do on my own, but I feel kind of proud that I managed to do something like that. Oh, thank you, Justin. Yay! No, I'm glad I'm able to help. See, now we're back going through the ruins and all that stuff. I definitely want to add like more lighting effects. Like I want this to kind of like shine a little bit more in certain ways. But yeah, we finally make our way up. And then now we get to this spot where things are being cleaned up. Well, you can connect more than 1 inch to the skybox rooms? No. You still have one way in, one way out. That's it. But what I did here, let me go to this spot now. Just to show you. What I did was I made the sort of illusion where you basically started a room here. I kind of like went this way and this way and this way, and then I went out, and then I path you along here, make you go all the way around, and then back again. And then now you're here. So that's basically what I did. So, ta-da! I thought of doing something more extensive. Like when I was first doing the blueprinting, I was like, okay, I'm gonna like going through here, and I'll path it out here, and then I'll do like this crazy climb, you know, go up and all around. Damn it! I really want to do these visits today. Damn. Okay, maybe I won't do so great. Shit. We'll see how I do. All right, we'll see how I do. If I can't do them, I can't do them. Just drink. You need to drink more water. Yeah, no kidding. I got the decongestants going and all that, but I only took 1 day off though, so yeah, we'll see. If if I have to put off more visits, then that's how it's going to be, which is unfortunate. But let's see what I can do. I'll take a little bit more time to get started. Maybe I can just kind of clear my throat a little bit, and then that'll help. 1 hour tour, maybe. Dude, I'm sounding like, what's his name? I sound like our health secretary. Oh God, what a miserable way to live. It's not sore. It's just, it's congested, so. Listen here. Oh, so good though. They nerfed me. So if that's the case, then I'll just be building. Remember. So that's what I thought of doing yesterday. I thought of streaming, but I would have no cams, no mic, and I would just and I just build, like, that's it. Yeah, that was kind of the idea. I know, body's being very uncooperative, which is very unfortunate. See, this is what sucks about being a full-time, you know, creator, streamer person. No days off. You get no sick time. You get no paid leave, nothing like that. That's an unfortunate thing. So, but of course, regardless, I gotta take care of myself, you know? I can't, I'm not gonna push myself to make myself worse. So, don't worry about that. Silent stream with ASMR side, yeah. Like, even on Tuesday's raid, I was mostly silent. I didn't want to, like, talk or do nothing like that. I just wanted to, but we still got through it pretty decent. Sonata, thanks, dude. Well, Grads, you definitely keep your raid spot. I don't think we mind. Just telling you the minds talking. Yeah, I was too tired yesterday though. Like, I thought about it. I really thought about it. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna lay down and watch anime. Take some. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Hey, chat, help me take the day off today by subbing to the channel or just donating. No, don't do that. Like, I want to work, you know. People who stream, at some point you stream for the paycheck, but if you wanted to make money, you would just get a job. You know what I mean? Did I watch which I tell you? I watched the first episode, yes. And I enjoyed it, and I stopped watching it because I think it's something that my wife would like watching too. So I wanted to I'm saving. So what are we watching this season? So we're watching that. I'm gonna make her watch that. We're watching Classroom of the Elite. We're watching Dr. Stone. I forget what else we're watching. What else do we watch? Crap. I forget. Oh, well, I'm also going back and having her watch Fate, the Fate series, too. But what else is there that we watch? There was something I watched yesterday. Something about like an otaku, like something. Gals never talk to otaku or something like that. I thought that was fun. That was cute. Yeah. Missed you yesterday? I missed me yesterday too. You're dealing with a migraine. Oh, dude, migraines are the worst. They are the worst. Wand and Sword was season 2. Yes, I plan on watching that. But that's a lesser thing. I watched the thing called Liar Game, which I'm like, I don't know. I mean, maybe Dee will like it because it's two guys. She enjoys reading that sort of stuff. Me, not so much. How do you feel? You don't sound, but no, I don't sound better. I definitely feel better than we did yesterday, but but as of now, this is the most that I've talked. So, like, I talked with my mom a little bit yesterday because my dad's in the hospital, or was in the hospital, and he was just moody. He just kind of acting out. And now I'm fuck, man. Don't tell me I can't do visits today either, man. Fucking body. Freaking body. I'm very frustrated by that. Two guys say less. Well, I thought the premise seemed kind of cool. So, like, oh no, the Liar Game was different. No, the Liar Game, that one was kind of fascinating. No, it was called Marriage Toxin. There you go. That's the one with two guys. So, like, the premise is this dude who's a poison master. He's like, he has to marry someone in order to get into in order to inherit the family business or something like that. He has to do it, or else. And then the other guy who crosses as a girl, they're actually a con artist or something like that. And so he's asking this other dude to help him find a wife, right? But I have a feeling that they'll end up liking each other. I'm like, okay, that's cool. But I think that's more something that, I think that's something that my wife would be into more. But if we watch it together, then we'll watch it together. I'd be cool with that. Toddy, that's this right here, baby. So here, I'm double fisting. So here's like the real shit. Here's the coffee. Here's the honey lemon. So I'm kind of like going back and forth. But I think I'm totally like killing. I'm totally killing it. I'm almost done with the lemon tea. Have I seen Diary of a Bookworm? I don't know if I've seen it. Yeah, if you want to just build and relax, that's what's up. Fuck. That means I'm gonna have 20 queued up for next week. What do you think, guys? I'm not gonna do a poll. Just shout off in chat. Should I take a break today too, or just force it through? That's a stupid question. That's a stupid ass question. I knew what I was gonna get from you guys. Yeah, no. It's like I said the other day. Like, if I try to force it through, I'm just gonna do a bad job, and it's gonna be a wasted visit, and then people are gonna feel. It sucks. I'd rather have those people feel bad, like, oh, he's not doing them again. I'd rather have that than, oh, dude, he sounded terrible. Yeah, it's just, yeah. What's funny now, I'm not even thinking about me. Not even thinking about me. I was just thinking about, like, what, you know, how the other folks will feel if I were to just not do a great job of looking at people's places. I mean, I'm going to stay on, but I'm just going to build instead. Yay. Let me turn my stuff back on. I need a thing. Where's my armor? I think I need a spare one out here, just in case. So, all right. So this is now a building stream. Yay. I don't watch you for what you do. I watch because I like the vibes. I can try one and see how it goes. I know how it's going to go, unfortunately. Like, I'm not using excessive energy to talk, so I'm not going to lose my voice trying to do this. But I know I'm going to, like, cough and hack my way through. That's going to suck. Like, I feel like if I see a thing, I'll be like, ooh, you know, if I get really excited, then I'll be like, ooh, and then it's going to be interrupted by, oh. Yeah, it's going to suck. But until I feel better. Yeah, that's going to be it. I think I'll do that. What was I last doing? I think the last thing I was doing was just kind of appreciating, like, the hugeness of the statues. These statues are sick. I really dig these. These look awesome. Especially because they're blood elf statues. Oh, there is one thing that I wanted to look at. Yeah, let me get it here. Let me get on another character. Actually, no, this character's fine. I wanted to go and look at a certain something. Oh. Hot coffee is delicious too. Does it work the same way? No, but it just tastes delicious. I'm going to Warlords, actually. Yeah. I have yet to see, either on visits or on socials, Garrosh's grave of sorts. I want to take a look at it. I want to see if I can pull it off, actually. I also I haven't been good on my uploads on the other channel either. I need to make sure that I get one out today. I feel pretty bad about that. I was busy watching anime. What's the buff that I have that's next to Devotion Aura? This right here? This right here is a Blinky's collar. So there's a shirt that you get from the new raid by killing a mini boss, not a mini boss, by killing a certain mob called Blinky inside Voidspire, and he has a chance to drop a shirt. And I've gotten 2 so far, which is odd, but yeah. Bring yourself over and protect what makes you feel, but yeah, I know. It's hard to help though. It's something that it constantly weighs on me, you know, like I think anyone who does like full-time content creation kind of thinks about that all like on the regular. They're like, am I doing enough? You know, is this enough? Is this enough? And then you become like such a workaholic, and it's not healthy. But it's something that I struggle with. How about that? Okay, where's Garrosh's thing? I know it's like somewhere. I thought it was somewhere around here. Like it doesn't disappear, does it? I thought it's just there. It's in Garrodar. Isn't that there? No. South of Thorny. Okay. Haven't been here in forever. So, there it is. This shouldn't be so hard. So well preserved, too. Yeah, actually, it's cool, but I think you can do better on the whole fist part. So the idea is, you know, use the available boulders. One thing that is being introduced in the 1205, but we're not sure if it'll actually be introduced. Let me show you. Introduced in, I think. There we go. We're going to get new rocks. Here we go. So we're going to get Duratar rocks. So what I'd like to do someday, kind of a project, is be able to recreate this using some of the current boulders that we have, and using the Duratar rocks for the brown skin, basically, and recreate this pose. I'm sure other people have already thought of it. But it'll be like it won't try to be an actual like recreation. Like it's not going to be like the Janus statue, but it'll be like this interpretation, right? So so I want to have like a thing that looks a bit more like a fist. I don't know how. I guess the grip will be kind of like this, so that way like the head comes out here, maybe the arms come out on the side and all that. You know, and then I'll just use like just brown. You know, I'm not gonna try to be like, oh, let me try to get the feet. Let me try to get this knee pad and all. I'm not gonna try to do that. I'm just gonna get like the basic shaping in, so that way people will look at it and then they'll know. It'd be cool to do. But in the context of a cafe, that would seem very dark. All of a sudden. Now, let me go back to the cafe. I do plan on using those statues though. But it's going to be a rugged cafe. But that's what I kind of like changing my mind on, because I don't feel like I would do a great job of making a cafe that is like elven. I mean, I could, but it wouldn't feel right either. What is if secret raccoon in the fist is squeezing the coffee out of him? Garrosh's blood. That'd be hilarious. That'd be kind of hilarious, actually. So let me take these. Yeah, I'm kind of like experimenting here. So let's make these like little babies real quick. Okay, these are actually really damn small. So I was thinking of like doing some sort of like centerpiece, you know, where you have like these things and like that and whatever, which would kind of mean I would need to vault this thing, like make it a little higher. No, not that. It'd be that. That way. I guess 50 would be good. So there's a there's a female one, jewel crafting statue that I can get. So it'll be like you know, the male ones here, female ones on the other side, and then you have like this Sylvanas things on like each thing, and then this would be like a fountain-ish area. That'd be kind of cool. Or it could be like out there somewhere. Another thought was, what if I have these kind of like as, I don't know what the term is, frescoes or something like that, where you can have like them kind of like jammed into a wall of sorts. Although this looks kind of funny. But the idea would be to like kind of like phase them in a little bit. If I can at least get that right. But yeah, I think that sort of like messes with it. But it'd be cool if these were like 3D things that you could just like merp in. That'd be kind of neat too. Am I in North America? I'm in North America, yeah. You just have a few statues that I could use? That'd be awesome. I normally don't take gifts, or I don't ask for things, but if you got stuff. Hicklesworth, really? Great. Oh, at least it's a hunter. I really should shut down that hardcore thing and like do something else instead. But let me cue that up. Wow, classic, hardcore. How many do I want? Dude, let's just go with one. I'm already grateful that you're offering it all, because those things I think are pretty expensive, right? Okay, dwarf, hunter, the name's unavailable. Give me another one. Give me another name. I'm on Horde. I'll invite you to group. That way you can just come to my house real quick. So. All right, Sonata, give me another name, buddy. I will never use alt codes. Nope. You got to give me another name. That's a personal thing. I'll never use alt codes. Those are such a pet peeve of mine. I mean, I'll give people a hard time, but I know for me, no way, never. That's the only get my names. I hate long, cringe names. Oh, I know. See, my very first character was called Psy, just CY. That's it. But then when I moved it, I transferred to another realm. It was taken, of course, so I had to add an R to it, and then it was fine. I'm like, okay, I guess that works. Yay. Pickled Soul is queued up. All right. Chat. That'd be pretty bad for a hardcore character that I know is not going to survive for very long, right? All right, so I'll be on this guy. I'll change my privacy things real quick if you want to just come over. So I'm on Soulfred right now, but if you want to give me your name too, then I'll. Okay, there we go. Nice. Now you just gotta. Now you gotta navigate your way to me. Ha 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 ha. Okay, so I might change this from a large to a medium because I think that so I got this much budget left. I got like a little less than 2,000 budget left, but I know I'm gonna add more to like the ruined area. So I question whether it's a good idea for me to use a large or like, you know, some other sized room, because my budget is my room budget is maxed. Come to the yard. Yeah, come to the yard. Actually, wait, hold on. Let me change this again. Okay, yeah, this should be fine. Yeah, I don't know if it's a good idea for me to use a large room. I might not be able to fill up the way that I like. I might run out of budget. So, because out here, I'm going to have different things going. I guess I need to decide what I'm going to have out here. Maybe go octagon room? Maybe. Like, it only takes a little bit to close that off, though. So like here, let me show you the actually wait. Oh, here's our buddy. Dude, that's awesome. Dude, those are expensive, man. Thanks a lot, man. That's dope. Boop. So now they have a friend. Let's see, where's the thing? Yay. And these things are huge. Like, these are, like, huge things, so. Oh, wait, hold on. Now, They're holding hands. Oh. I'm a dork, you know. And then you hear Sylvanas being like, yeah, boss, I got your back. Boom. What a shot. What a shot. Mommy, Daddy, I'll protect you. Yeah, anyway. I was gonna show you the layout. So here's the layout so far. Where's the entrance? Entrance is here. So here's the entrance, right? Go in. Here's like the underground area. Go out, all around. Go back around, and go this way, and go this way. Here's the climb up all the junk. We get up here. Here's the kind of like outdoor depiction right there. There's the throne room. One hallway because I needed to have that kind of distance. Pantry area, and then we get here. So here's where I can play around with this. But one problem that I have is if I needed to if I had a problem with a room, I don't have the flexibility to move rooms around, unfortunately. Like, yeah, I don't think I can. Let me see if I can. Like, I don't think I can move. Yeah, I can't really move anything. So, you get a multiple other rooms. I mean, dude, I got like 3. So, yeah, you can definitely do that. To get this configuration, I needed to have some extra closets there to make the space. But yeah, now you have the lava bomb over top of them coming down. Oh, I think I have one lava ball. Yeah. Yeah. So if I'm going to make a decision, I gotta kind of make the decision like once I start building in these areas. Like, am I going to use a large or a medium? Yeah, I think that would be kind of it. It would be limited to I mean, I can go with a small as well. It doesn't have to be a particularly large cafe, but I think a small room is a bit too small. So medium would be about as small as I'd want it to go. And I think I could do a lot with it because out here, I can just kind of expand on it as well. So like maybe one area can be like a big porch, outdoor porch. One area could be like the entrance of the cafe. And then one of them might not even be like a place that we can access. This might just be a grand window of sorts. That's all that might be. Or like some climb, some elevation of sorts. Could do that. Wish you could attach daylight and nighttime rooms to empty stairwell rooms. I have this cool idea. You can. Yeah, you can attach them to empty stairwell rooms. So the Light's Refuge, the other place for Azeroth Interiors, that the skybox room with the whole big dub, that's on the upper level of a skybox room, or it's attached to that. Now there is a closet that I had to use to make space for it, but I think that's like a normal thing they have to do. But yeah, if they're attached to empty stairwell rooms, do they both have? No, that's a no. So you can't do that. It's going to be either upstairs or downstairs. So you can't do both, unfortunately. Yeah, it's not going to have multiple entrances though, because it's just not high enough. Like, this is pretty low, so like the other entrance would be like up there, and that just wouldn't work, unfortunately. I mean, maybe at some point we'll have like a large skybox. Maybe we can do something like that someday. But yeah, like I guess the problem with that though is like if you have an upstairs skybox, then you're coming out and the ceiling of the skybox is already kind of close to you. So I think that would be like a different challenge to try to make that feel immersive, because you're already so close to like the edge. Someone with no score tried to summon for a key. Well, you gotta learn somehow. All right. Well, I'm not gonna work on this though, but I kind of have settled on this as like the pantry, so that's gonna be fine. I do want to get more enchanted stuff eventually, but that can wait. I think I want to try to finalize rooms at last, because I haven't even done that yet. But I know I need webs. I need many webs. Cashy, hey, what's up? Had an idea about doing an outside treehouse. Cool. Yay, I'll actually have a stream where I'll get to talk to you folks normally for a while. So feel free. I mean, yeah, easier than being a bit more loud for like visits and stuff. If there's height limitations, they can't see it working at the moment. One of the visits that I did for Cozy Keep was a one-room house. So you can get really high, and extremely detailed on what you can do. Like that was a very impressive spot. Oh, there's webs that I don't have, or that I never picked up. Oh. Huh. How weird. Place 25. Place. Okay, so I need. I'll pick up an extra 25 of that just in case, but. Oh, I guess, yeah, I picked those up. I just never... How weird. I didn't see those on the filter. Well, shucks. Let's pick up 40 of these then. Just in case. So I don't need to decor and so forth, so looking at... No, it's a lot. Now, what sucks is that what's being previewed in the 1205, we're not sure if it's going to show up. As far as I've seen, I haven't been able to go into the neighborhoods in the patch or in the PTR, which is kind of a bummer. Yeah, so like here's like the Wowhead article that's showing it now too. So over 30 new decor, blah blah blah. The thing is though. We don't know if how it's going to be made available at all, which kind of sucks. So think of it like the trading post items that we see. It's like, hey, cool, look at all this stuff. Are we going to actually see it right away though? Are we going to see it like months later? Could be. I predict, at least, that we're going to see them from neighborhood vendors, which will be fantastic. That'll be great. Love it. And I hope that's the case. Okay, so I got the webs I wanted. Now, when it comes to, like, the neighborhood level stuff, I hope that they just dump it all real quick. You know, give us all that variety right away. That'll be cool. As for some of the more unique stuff, like this stuff, like the golden swing and this stuff, I don't mind waiting for this, or I don't mind if there's like a grind. You know, okay, you gotta do some activity, or it's you buy it with Marl or something like that. Like I don't mind that so much. It's just that when it comes to like the greens and certain other things, like those are like building blocks. So like another expectation that I have is at some point, I want to see, you know, we have Orgrimmar, Belameth, Stormwind Beams. I want goblin stuff. I want goblin beams. I want dwarven beams. I don't know. Now, ideally, what I want is to take a, like, I want to be able to, hold on. I want to take this beam right here. I want to be able to go into customize mode, click on it, and then switch it to all the different beams if I wanted to. Give me that. That way, instead of having like 80 of this, 20 of this, 50 of this, just give me like, just smush them all together. Give me that. Especially think better. I don't think it does, actually. I know there's transmog, but I don't recall if there's decor that comes with it. If Blizzard put a toilet in the Hearthstone shop, how well would it do? Ew. Gross. I don't know if I would. No, honestly, I don't know if I'd care. Okay, so let's lay down some webs, okay? So this I haven't used really, which I thought I did, but apparently not. So I'm going to use them to great degree. And there's these tinted cobwebs. Actually, no webs there. Let's put these here. And then somehow these are hovering. Okay, here I want a lot of webs. That's fine. Now here, I don't know if is there more that I want to do here? Yeah, I don't think so. And then there's greens too. Okay, so let me go backwards. I'll go to the entrance And I want to, like I said, I want to try to finalize rooms at last. Thoughts on the Harry money showing up for this era, dipping for the raid? They're there to help, but in the end, it's you know, it's an elven fight. They're taking back their stuff, so. And there's only so many of them that show up, really. Same thing with the Amani, so yeah. Let's see here. I am surprised that they showed up at all, though. Part of me is like, did they need to be there? I mean, I guess it helped to, like, if they didn't show up, we would, you know, we'd be asking why. So. Yeah, people would definitely be asking why they didn't show up. So, hey, Blizz, we did all this question with the Amon and the Heron here and helped them out. How come they didn't at least, like, come in for a quick cameo? Like, you know, that's the answer. Or like, there it is. Right. Oh, actually, let me dropping this guy out, so I get a sense of like what we should be seeing or not seeing. Want to make a series of tunnels going out into the daylight room and then back down into tunnels last. Well, so let me show you, Britt. So what I did, you can kind of tell, like, at right here is where the skybox room begins. You know, we cross over, and then we have like not a series of tunnels. I could have made it really, really tight if I wanted to. I decided not. But then here you can see we have like this kind of climb. You know, and it's a lot more simple here. You know, because it ended up turning out to be a castle that I ended up with at first. At first, I was just going to do a cave. But then I ended up doing like a whole barracks kind of thing instead. Like, there's actually quite a bit of room where you can make this very windy thing. Super windy, super confusing. You know, it would need to be really, really tight though. That would eventually make you go out on the other end here. So I think you can definitely disorient people inside the confines of a skybox room and have it feel like you're kind of coming out of it and then going in. Now, the problem that I had and why I settled with this is, at what point do I want to actually expose the sky? I was thinking to myself. And I played with different ideas. And I didn't like how I would come out too close to like the ceiling or too close to the edge. It just didn't feel right because the sky's like right there. And it's just so close that I'm like, okay, it's this kind of like pulls me out. Because I'm basically just looking at a blue wall, essentially. I don't really like that. And so I settled with having like, kind of like, here, let me pull back. Notice how I'm almost in the exact center of the room. Not so much in the elevation, but definitely the distance between like the sides, because this gives me like the best vantage point of making it feel like, okay, yes, I'm outside. You know, I have the best illusion here. And so I settled with like this point, you know, this stretch, this hallway, as, okay, here's like the exposure to the outside before I go back in. Now, I also thought of making it feel a lot more windy here as well, which I could have done. I just opted not to. Just cause. So. This sounds like it reminds me of something I've seen this. It's a little bit of a throwback to Shadowfang Keep, a little bit. And I don't like these leaves. There's this bug that annoys me. So notice here the lighting effects of the armillary. They're in effect when you pull your camera back at a certain angle, where the back of the camera actually kind of like hits the floor. So now notice how it darkens up, but as soon as I pan up a little bit, then it goes away. But not for everything. So it's kind of annoying. Yeah. I hope they fix this at some point. Because it kind of pulls me out. You know what I mean? Boop, 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 boop. Anyway. Finalizing rooms. Okay, so light shines in here, which I wanted to do. Put some more webs here. Some webs there. Actually, this is looking pretty good. But now as for up here. Shelf work. Maybe I'll put like one bug there. And then out here, I want to do more here. I mean, for the most part, people should be looking at this from a first-person view. You know, for the, I mean, people can pan out and break the immersion, but for the most part, first-person is how I'd like people to look at this more than anything. Let me add some more greens here. So, like, something here. Okay, what is that? What's that smoke shit coming out there? Yeah, what is that? I put something out there that's smoky. Oh, okay, it's the actual, it is the wagon. So how come? Damn it. Gotta make my way through. Ah. No. I'm not, this is my, I'm entombed. Also, I guess I do have like the smoke there coming out. Well, it's just harder to see. And it's more, it just happens to be more prominent there. Yeah. So, can I, like... Okay. which means I need to take that. There's another obstruction there. Damn. Can I see it from here, though? Actually, I think that works out. Yeah, I think that works out. Cool. And then, did I put up the barriers here? I think we're good there. All right. Be right back. Okay. Where was I? Am I happy with this room? Okay, I feel like I don't have enough stuff here, though. I need, like, debris. Like, I got, like, one cup there. I could probably do with, like, a little bit more. But what? What could I have here to, like, add a little bit to this? Nothing animated. I want things to be mostly, well, aside from webs, but I don't want anything to have like an effect on it. I guess chair? Yeah, I guess chairs would do. I don't feel name chairs. One rocking chair. No, it's not gonna go. I know this will do. Here. Oh, I wanted to dye things too. Shoot. I don't think I have enough dyes for like stuff. Haven't really worked on dyeing things, so. Okay, so this. Let's see. Copper. No. Maybe hardwood will do. Yeah, that's not bad. I like that. We're going to a guild house party when we have a guild hall, an official guild hall. I mean, Fell has a guild. He made a guild hall for us, and it's pretty awesome too. No joke. Right, not that. I want to have them kind of be discolored. I don't want everything to like match necessarily. I have a friend who DJs and streams for 14 house parties. That's sick. I don't know if our guild has that kind of energy, though. At least I kind of question it. Yeah, sure. I think we could have some more debris stuff here too. So, what kind of benches we got here? No, not that. I need mostly human benches. Out there. The webs are like barely visible with this light. I mean, we're back to natural lighting, so. Give me some more janky chairs, please. To which I don't have very many. What stools? Last night, some folks were doing the house warm requests and custom groups, but I was working on my horde house. So did they like just to visit your place? Actually, let me go back here again. There's like maybe barrels or crates I can put down too. Yeah, I've got like a few. Like there's a giant barrel, and then there's like a little baby barrel. I think I'll add another one here too. Actually low on crates too. Oops. I need a plushie. Nah, there's a plushie right there. It'll get a cup instead. Oh wait, that's animated. Nope. That too. Actually, will it show up if I twist it like that? Yeah, cool. You're missing decor? That's a new one. I haven't heard of people just missing decor. I'm going to take these leaves out. These are pissing me off. More websies. Bower. So, any weird gaps or anything here? Check the rows. Clever. All right. So, feeling pretty decent about this. Yeah. Feeling pretty good about that. And then we go here. Alright. Oh, you know what? I want to do something about the lighting here. But what exactly? So if I come in here, the light, okay, so, oh wait, there is lighting there. What the shit? Okay, that's barely showing. I don't think that's gonna be effective. Well, what if I move it some? So I think I kind of like placeholdered this lighting. So if I like, oh, I'm like stuck. Oh no! Ah! Ah! Well, this will need to solve. Okay, so gotta prevent that from being a thing. Hmm. Guess I can shift this a little bit. Yeah, I'll do. Oh. Oh god. No. Wait. What happened? What the hell, bookcase? What's your problem? Oh, wow, I can go... Wait. Oh, I think this... Really? Is this thing like a one-way thing? Huh. That's different. Alright, I gotta experiment with this real quick. So, razor wind... Bar... Okay, bar something. Hard wooden bar table, okay. Oh, did they announce? Okay. Here's me attempting to do a recording. Fuck. This is gonna be this will be a trial. This is gonna go great. Ooh, which reminds me, I need to check messages. Okay, cool. All right, folks, hear ye, hear ye. The 12.0.5 content update goes live April 21st. Engage. Oh, actually, music is playing. God damn it. Let's try again. All right, folks, hear ye, hear ye. The 12.0.5 content update goes live April 21st. Oh, that thing's got a big old jaw. That's crazy. All right. We're going to do the blog read as usual. Of course, if you want to just like read it on your own, we're going to have a link in the video description. Engage in new activities. Experience more of the story in Midnight and learn more and earn more loot as the efforts to push back the forces of the Void and their agents continue. You'll undertake new Void assaults, disrupt powerful ritual sites, get a boost with a Void Forge, group up for decor, duels, and more. All right, we're going to first start off with these Void assault things. The forces of the Void are vying for position and control amongst themselves in a bid for more power. As they seek opportunity, they can. Attacks will begin in the Eversong and Zulaman zones. So the Void Strikes, those are going to be the things that, well, let me just read it. They take part in Eversong and Zulaman on a weekly rotation. Once completed, a new will begin in another part of the zone and continue to rotate through the zone. So think of it as like the assaults, but they just kind of keep going and they just never stop. So we're not going to have like the whole uptime, downtime sort of thing. It's just going to keep going, but they will rotate from each week. These larger scenarios with these void incursions, they occur when enough void trucks have been completed in the zones, and they'll take the might of many of Azeroth's champions to defeat them. So we're going to get this kind of flow where we'll just have like, hey, here's an objective with these void strikes, fill up the bar, do stuff, and then you'll get things out of it. And there's going to be like weekly quests that go around it. The void incursions are what happens when we do enough of these void strikes as is being described, which is it's pretty fun, but it takes a while to fill out these incursions, to make these finally appear. I'm pausing right now. Oh, man. I'm doing long pauses, so it's easier to edit. So, yeah. Glorious. Glorious. Now, that's like the group stuff. Now, there's also these ritual sites, which you can, of course, do as a group, but you can do it on your own as well. These have a bit more of like a scenario / Torghast / delve kind of feel. So the ritual sites are described as this. Put a stop to rituals meant to empower the ambitions of a power-hungry Naga and Twilight's Blade cultist in a small 1 to 5 player instance. As you take on greater challenges, you'll be able to receive greater rewards. In ritual sites, you'll choose some of the challenges you'll face as you climb through the tiers. Players will also unlock Great Vault rewards for the world content row alongside delves and prey. They'll earn field accolades from both void assaults and ritual sites as currency they can use to purchase champion and heroic quality gear and rewards. I'm going to do a more specific guide in the very near future, but we're just doing some high-level stuff. So again, ritual sites, they act as kinds of scenarios. They're kind of like instanced versions of parts of the outdoor world that we'll be able to enter. And it'll have like this cool kind of customizable difficulty. So as we unlock more difficulty affixes, which is basically what it is, by completing certain objectives, fulfilling requirements and whatnot, the difficulty of these ritual sites will go up. And as they go up, we get better and better rewards from these, which will equal to like these accolades that we're talking about from both these ritual sites as well as the void strikes and incursions. So it all feeds into basically stuff that we can buy, whether you want to see it as cosmetic or if you want to see it as like actual progression for your main or for your alts. Now, given that we're in the 0.5 patch, there's a lot of folks that have already geared up and they've gotten plenty of stuff from doing prey and delves and, well, just playing through the game. Oh, yeah. Do another pause, sorry. Other stuff. Cheers, buddies. One of the main things, I guess, with this outdoor content is that, you know, people are going to take it in, people are going to, folks are going to take this as it is. It's either going to be something that's going to be like a form of progression for their main or alts, or it's going to be something like, well, you know, maybe I'll just get the cosmetics because you are going to get unique appearances out of these. So, you know, take it as you will. Get a look up with the Void Forge. Void Forge, which is for more progression-minded folks, it'll provide new opportunities for players of Midnight to take their game further. You'll help aid Dominar Decimus build a Void Forge, which you might have been doing over the past couple of weeks, to begin transmuting nebulous Void Cores, which are transmutable into powerful equipment upon defeating powerful foes in Midnight Season 1 raids, or completing Mythic Plus dungeons and bountiful delves and prey hunts on Nightmare difficulty. So it's kind of a step up from some of the more accessible stuff that you would get from the ritual sites and void strikes. After unlocking the Void Forge, Decimus will require additional assistance to craft the Ascendant Nilhammer, allowing the players to upgrade their weapons and trinkets to new heights by collecting Ascendant Void Cores. So again, we're going to get into like the whole system and how that stuff works. And I know we're getting terms and jargon or whatnot, but we're basically going to get extra roll tokens, and we're going to get bonus item level we can apply to gear of the heroic or myth level. And then hide or seek with decor duels. Amidst all the danger that swirls around Azeroth, there's something to be said about having a little fun. Players can join in a team versus team hide and seek style game, taking place in Silvermoon City through the group finder tool, in the PvP tab actually, to either hide as various house and decor items, or seek out those who have donned the guise of an item. You'll get rewards, including a mount, toys, and house and decor through this bite-sized event. Now, it's definitely meant to be like a more like casual or friendly activity. It also sounds like this is going to be an activity that will be supported throughout Midnight. Maybe, because there's going to be a certain set of decor available here, and they might expand on it by adding more stuff as we go. So it's something that we might be interested in checking out on the long term. I believe there's a Wowhead article that talks about this a little bit more in depth and talks about like different abilities that we'll learn and earn as we play through, which doesn't seem to take very long to learn everything. But once you do, then you just kind of jump in, hopefully with friends and buddies and whatnot, and then you'll be able to, well, it's going to be shenanigans. So I can't wait till I try this out. Therefore is amazing. Now for me, it's what do I have? I have that. Okay, not Theraflu. I have emergency. I have, oh god, it comes on a tablet. I forgot what it is. I forgot what it's called. Damn. I mean, I took it some earlier. It's just the congestion that's annoying and all that. And we have a new activity with Abyss Anglers. Dive deep into the shimmering waters of Zul'Aman's rugged coast, where schools of exotic fish swarm just beneath the surface, and a new repeatable event called Abyss Anglers. Team up to spear as many as you can and rack up points to unlock fishing rewards and upgrades to your diver gear, allowing you to venture deeper into the abyss where the greatest treasures await. Seek out such and such to like get started and then have fun. And then that's the end of the thing. So with Abyss Anglers, there's it seems pretty accessible. It feels like it's something we can almost like hard grind if we wanted to, like just get out of the way, which also means we can take advantage of the availability and be like, all right, well, we'll get to it when we get to it. If we're not doing anything else, we'll just like zip over to this spot. And it is kind of interesting. Should I get footage for that? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I don't think I have footage though, damn. Or maybe I'll just cut that off. Yeah, I think I will just cut that off. Okay. And I'll get straight to the feedback part of it. So for a 0.5 patch, this feels kind of stacked compared to other 0.5s that we've seen. Is it for everyone? No, obviously not. Is it for some folks? Absolutely. Oh man, I'm like, my brain is like all mush right now. So for a point 0.5 patch, this feels pretty stacked. There is quite a bit to do, depending on like your level activity or what kind of player you are. If you're the person who's just looking to progress and like, you know, do higher keys and get your heroic and mythic raids done, then you're gonna find some advantages with being able to get the extra roll tokens, with being able to get the extra item level. For everyone else, though, we have like all these opportunities to, you know, basically do activities to get things that we've been getting. Like, hey, if you've been doing Prey and you're happy with that, then great. If you're not as happy with Prey, but you want a way to progress your gear, but you're not interested in like something like that, or like delves aren't your thing, then maybe the ritual sites and these, you know, this other outdoor content, maybe this is something that'll interest you a little bit more. For those of us who already, like I was talking about with the progression folk, for those of you who are already like gonna outgear this stuff right from the jump, of course, getting actual gear, it's not going to be a big value to you, but you can opt to do these things for the sake of cosmetics, you know. So it's kind of like, you know, we kind of have that sort of give and take, and well, that's just kind of what we got. So let me know what you guys think about this content in the comments, and I'll see you guys for the next thing. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay breezy. Stay healthy, he says. Yeah, right. So we are going to work. That's going to be that. I'm going to be doing more edits than I usually do on stream. So I'll be right back. Yeah. Oakley dokley. All right. April 21st is genius timing to release anything. Why is that? Oh, because it's is it because it's after 420, guys? Get it? Ha 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 ha. Yeah, I never got caught up in that, so I'm boring like that. I guess back then when people were like, "Oh, hey, check it out, guys, 420," like it never hit among my circle. People just smoked and like whatever. So, all right. Oh, my layouts are all messed. That's right. My layouts don't like really match up with what I could have it be here. Let me see. Let me see if I can mess with this a little bit. It's a bit more visible of a layout, I guess. It's probably because like me, you're not a stoner. Yeah, I guess. Like it's like, do you need a holiday for it? No, just do it. Maybe all the folks that I know were like high functioning stoners. You just wouldn't know. Something like that. All right, so I do have a number of pauses here, so I think I do need to like kind of play through. 26. Ooh. Oh, it's going to sound really quiet for you guys, huh? Yeah. Better than you hearing me twice. Okay, I don't sound too bad. Yeah. But then again, I'm really trying there. If I try to relax, then I'll sound like this. And it's like, ugh. Oh, yeah, I'm killing this thing. Try liquid IV. It's really nice. It's an electrolyte powder you add to your water. Good stuff. Well, I don't have any problem with, lack of nutrients and stuff. Like I thought about it. I thought about it. I was like, oh, maybe like should I get this and this? I'm like, no, I have water. I'm not feeling dehydrated or nothing like that. All right, so there's my pause. Coconut water is also delicious. Mmm. You don't like coconut water? Fair. But, you know, they don't make them equally either. Some of them are like, yeah, they're okay. Some of them are banging. Like for me, as long as I'm drinking, then like it'll help soothe the throat. Even, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be like warm stuff. It helps. So so there's kind of a lot going on with the virtual sites and void tracks that I feel like I do need to make like a set like I haven't done in a while. But I'll need to make like a separate guide where usually I can fit it in the context of a Monday video. There's there's a bit more to it that I think I need to like explain separately. So I think that'll be helpful. Oh, the audio didn't save. Interesting. Yeah, depending on like there's some like I guess artisan grocery stores that will source you know, they'll source where you get the coconut and then they'll have like okay, here's the actual coconut that was used. Here's it drained into, you know, drained and whatnot to like, make the juice. And then here's like the actual meat and all that's left with it. It's all expensive though. I mean, you're basically paying for like the whole service of having the coconuts drained and extracted and everything. Still on it though, because it's like, damn, it's expensive. Well, you're gonna feed you just to eat fresh coconuts. That's more expensive. Just you know, it'd be nice. I'm most curious about how Decor Duels is going to play out. Like, how long, how sustainable is this going to be? I mean, at least it's going to be like quick. It feels like, and people are going to, you know, you'll get currencies as you play, and you can just kind of like lose your way into like getting everything. But ideally, you want to win. gonna be a fast burn, then people get bored. I mean, it's like the gaming. Here's what gaming is. Gaming is either a fast burn and people get bored, or a slow burn and people get bored. That's it. that's 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 it. I know I'm being oversimplistic there, but an interesting look. Like I said, I'm being very simplistic. I'm not even talking about like, oh, what about the emotional beats and like those moments and all. Yeah. Mm, 11 minutes. Am I really talking for that long? No. I think one thing that I guess one way I can, one thing to compare prop hunt to would be trial of style, actually. You know, you get it until you get all the rewards you want, and then you're basically done. Um, Now, what I'm a little concerned about, yeah, what I'm a little concerned about with prop hunt is because it depends on like a pretty large group of players to all queue up. I mean, at least it's not it's not like you have to have like tanks, healer, DPS, and all that stuff. It's just okay, whoever. Um, Eventually, people are going to be done with it for whatever reason. Um, and then queues are going to be harder and harder to fill. How fast is that going to happen? I wonder. Is it going to be like a matter of weeks, months, whatever? Are they going to like drip feed more rewards in there to kind of entice people to get into it? And if they did do something like that, so like let's pretend they have like you know, we play like 50 games. I'm just throwing out numbers here. We play 50 games, and that gives us all the rewards that we need from decor duels. Um, Actually, wait, hold on. No, 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 no. Let me walk that back. Maybe it will be sustainable because what do you get from it? Decor. And there's a thing that we like a chair. Okay. How do we get more chairs? That kind of, yeah. So that question alone will kind of solve the concern. You're gonna have people who are like, "Ill, I have to like keep doing this thing." We're, I should be. We're gonna see that. I should be able to just get infinite uses of it, or I should be able to buy it with gold afterwards. What if you don't? What if they're like, fuck you, dude? You're getting back in there. You want more of that chair? Back in you go. Back to the trenches, baby. I'm sure people won't react. You know, there's going to be people who won't react to that well, but that is the answer. So. I think it's just the core. A lot of people, I think that because it's just the core, you're going to have certain people who will be fine with it, and other people will not, and that's okay. Trying to force people who otherwise don't want it, who don't want to do it, I think that's worse. So, yeah, I very much buy into the idea of having content. You know, if there's content that people aren't interested in, we shouldn't try to force them to be interested in it. I mean, introduce them to it, absolutely, absolutely, because you never know. But forcing them into it on a consistent basis, no. I think we've seen that lesson be learned numerous times, and this is an example of that lesson being learned. So, yeah. Like, don't try to make me PvP. Don't try to make me raid, do keys, yada, 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 for me to enjoy things that I like doing. But, you know, having a little bit of overlap, you know, to like temp folks, I think that's cool. So yeah, Beans. I see it very, very differently. Like, it doesn't have to be like that. You know, kind of like a double down on the things that's double down on the audience that it's focused on, and cool. Kind of interesting. It's in the PvP tab, but I guess there's nowhere else really to put it. If you want to queue up. I mean, the fact that it's in the PvP tab and not just an NPC that you queue up with, that tells me, okay, I think they want to. I think they want to support it for like not just like the one patch. Because notice how other things like, I think ritual sites are a thing that you have to go to an NPC to queue up for. Um, and what else was there? Shit, what was it called? Horrific Visions. You know, same thing. So yeah, that's just a prediction though. Where's the website? Here's the website. All right, let's get this upload started. Yeah. Actually, I did everything right. Okay. I'm amazed at how many of my guild doesn't have a house. I mean, unless your guild is, unless you made your guild specifically as a housing community, then I don't think we should be so surprised about it. You know, the people who you play with, they came together for reasons, and it wasn't to make a house. because it wasn't a thing at the time. You know what I mean? You know, so while it's a little annoying that people are like, oh, okay, I'm gonna hey, so we need to like reserve our houses so that way we can get the lots that we want, and then they got it, and then they're like, oh, turns out that I'm not very interested in it. I mean, that's just kind of how it goes. But I wasn't going to be like, well, let me see if you guys are interested first. No, I'm not going to do that. It's kind of messed up. What I want to know is in the character screen what the game modes tab, what's the game modes tab for? Those are for standalone. Those are for like that has been for certain things. So it was there for the remix, like for the Mop and the Legion remix, as well as Plunderstorm. So those were like things that are like very separated from the regular in-game world. That prompted the whole game modes sort of dealing there. That's all. So you might not have been there for that, Beans, but yeah, there were different like sorts of game modes that temporary game modes that WoW introduced. Did I miss that? Yeah, it's all good. So you know, when other things like that come around, and they'll be announced at some point, and you'll see more stuff. But yeah, they're more or less standalone things where you don't need to have like a geared character to like get into these things. Like you start from like this totally different experience. So all right, thumbnail stuff. Do, 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 do. Uh, hmm. The feature of there we go. Cool. Brilliant. Brilliant. Didn't think I'd be interested in housing trends that I love it. I've been a prophet to myself. Like I knew what I wanted. Well, okay, I predicted what I wanted. I was surprised that they actually delivered on it. Um, but I knew how I would react to it and what I would make out of it. And so far, at least, I have been following through. So what's funny is some people were very surprised. Oh my god, Soul's like leaning so hard into like this Barbie shit. I'm like, what did you think was gonna happen? Are you new? Are you new to this channel? That's fine if you're new. But if you have been watching me for any extended period of time, I'm pretty sure that folks have run into me talking about housing and how awesome it would be and what I would do with it. I've been remarkably consistent on that. All right. So what day is it? I don't even think I mentioned the day, did I? During that blog read. You dumb asshole. Yep, that's me. That's me. All right. Oh, did I spell activities wrong? Oh, whoops. Active. Did I really? Oh, there we go. I'm not losing my mind, right? It's good now, right? Yeah, because otherwise it was earlier spelled activites. Yeah. All right. Change to that. All right. Browser volume should be off, right? Yes. Let's do a quick look. Excuse me. Yeah, I sound okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm putting a lot of effort to sound normal. All right. So we're excellent. Boop. So as always, if you can help me out, uh, please, click the video, watch the whole thing, like it. When you get to the end, watch any other YouTube video, and then you can stop. Then you can like close the browser and all that stuff. Much appreciated if you do that. Did you see anything about the splash screen for the delve in the? Oh yeah, I saw that. That was funny. That was a actually it wasn't even a ha 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 funny. It was more like a chortle, like a real quick. All right, so we'll get back into video game stuff in just a bit, and I'll be right back. Oh man, that whole feeling of clearing out phlegm. Oh, just delicious, right? Okay, yeah. So I never knew this. I never knew that the bar table was a one-way trip. I mean, a lot of objects are, but yeah, first time I realized that the bar table was one of them. Ha ha ha. Okay, so I need to change that. This thing's a that's a trap, dude. So what'll I use instead? Actually, no, dude. What I could have just turned it around. You dummy. Yeah, let me put that back. So I just need to make sure it's like this way. Is all. And then boop, and then we're fine. Ooh. There we go. And then there was another spot here that I didn't like. I think it was like, yeah, you know, this I don't like too much. I think I want to put like something else here. Like, hmm. I'll put like a stool here. I think I got a stool handy. Will upside down stool be okay though? Semi upside down stool? Nope, that made it worse. Nope, that didn't help either. Damn. Okay, I think I just need a larger object, like a crate. And then a barrel. And just do my best to like fill gaps here. Yeah, it's hard when you're doing a debris climb. It's hard to make it clean. So maybe I should add like one more thing here. Which means I need to fill out that little gap too, maybe. Man, a convenient barrel might do. Actually, yeah, I like that. That works better. Cool. Ah, that's not so bad. Easy enough to navigate through. All right. Okay. I'm getting there. What else can I do here? Because I don't feel, it doesn't feel ready. Like, I could probably do some more stuff with the floor. I need a wheelbarrow, actually. I have a Niffin one, but I need a different one. I think one is being used at the other house. So is there a rugged version? Is there a horde wheelbarrow? I know there's the Niffin one, but I don't want to use the Niffin one. And Amani? No. Well, Amani might work. I'm fine with like a, any rugged one though. Doesn't matter too much. Like I'm using Stormwind wagons right now too. Yeah, let me do a quick look at what they have. I don't think elves have one. It's like, hell, they're going to use their arms? No way. They're going to use magic. They're going to teleport that stuff. Okay, don't see anything like that there. Which is fine. Yeah. Yeah, they're too good for that. They're like, what? And like have calluses on these hands? No way. We don't do that. We don't do that here. Who has the wheelbarrow? I probably just need one. Maybe I'll get a second one just in case. Oh, how are we doing on the Endeavor so far? I have not done a damn thing. We are almost halfway through. Crazies. Oh, that tent might be useful. I'll see what I can do with that, with some of the tents that we have available. Let me pick up some of those. Yeah, there's the wagon, but I don't want that. I want the wheel. There we go. Yeah, so I'll get two just in case. Just in case. Excuse me. And I think that's good. Yeah. I just wanted to have it look like there's a bit more work getting stuff out and all that. So like yeah, maybe over at this spot here I'll have the some A little bit of dirt, a little bit of rocks. Not too many, though. Whoop. Just the air when that happens. Like all of a sudden things just like slide all crazy. It's kind of funny at first. Okay, that's way too big for a wheelbarrow. Maybe I should just resize the wheelbarrow itself. Whoops. Or use paving stones. I don't know. That probably would have been a good idea too. Yeah, this is way too big. Maybe just like one big rock. Actually, yeah, that works. I don't even need the soil. As for the floor. Hmm. Look, am I happy with the stone floors here? I guess I'm good with it. I don't need to do anything crazier to it. Yeah, I think these rooms are done. I can call these done. Unless there's like something glaring that I'm like, oh crap, there's a big hole. I think we're okay. Oh, I love messes. I love I'm such a sucker for like messes and clutter. So being able to, when I'm able to make it myself, like, oh, I can do so many things. Yay. Yeah, so this ends up being a lot of fun. All right. So making clean things, I'm like, ooh, this feels weird. So I think I'm ready to work on the pantry. Like, so I think beyond this point is like considered done. Outside of maybe lighting. Yeah. So I think I can proceed. I can kind of move on from here. Hooray. I wonder, can I take that book? Can I take that book? Put it down like that maybe? Embiggen the guy? and then raise it up. Okay, do I get visible light beam? Okay, I do have visible light beam. But I can see the book. And I don't want to see the book. Oh, that works. Yeah. Dig that. Okay, I can still fuck. Hmm. Is that too bad? No, that's not so bad. Yeah, I think that still works. Put a bush up. I can put a bush up there too, but I think it's still effective. And for the most part, anyone who's looking at this, they're gonna be like, "Oh, I can't go any further," and they're not going to try too hard to look up. You know, so I think the way it depicts itself here is pretty good. Boop. Yay. And we can't go outside, so that's one way to. So, like I was saying, like that's one way to achieve the illusion, is to just not let you go outside and look back at the entrance. It's like, yep, too bad. So, we'll never know what's truly out there. All right. So I think I can work on the pantry now. So this is a cafe, and I'm gonna have drinks and snacks. So I think I want to try and pull off the whole pastry case kind of thing, but that's gonna be later. I gotta do the pantry stuff first. So I guess I guess technically we're baking then, huh? So I will need like kind of an industrial oven of sorts. But first, we got to make coffee. So here's the roaster, which is too big. It's a big roaster. And I'm just going to place some stuff out for now. The doorway I'm not sure about yet. Yeah. Okay, I'm actually not sure how I want the doorway to be at. Do I want it to be a small door, big door? I'm not sure yet. So I'm going to leave this space alone for now. I'll just fill out like these two corners here. And we'll see what we get. So the front, well, yeah, the front's going to have like a brewer. It's going to have like all the brew stuff. I am going to have sacks of coffee back here though. Barrels, sacks, shelves, right? So that's so I'm going to throw some furniture out here. I don't have very many rough bookcases because they're at the other house. Haha. All right, let's do some more shopping. So I want to have yeah, I'm gonna buy a Saks coffee. I don't think I have very many of those, and thankfully, we chose the Grummels. I'm sorry, I chose the Grummels as the Endeavor, so that works out. Mwahaha. All right. Wow, what is this that they made? Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. Rough shelves. Let's see. Trellis. Do I need a trellis for anything? No, no. Oh, I do. I probably want some barrels. Let's get 10 of those. Two of those barrels. And open barrels, that is. I will need lighting, but I'll save the lighting for later. I got curtains, tables, benches. Leather, no, don't need that, I don't think. Large bookcase. Yes. Let's get 4 of those. Have we seen enhancements to a level 10 and above housing yet? No, we have not. Kind of funny because like for any housing regular, it feels as if, yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure I'm wrong. Levels don't feel like a thing. We're getting so much different decor automatically that it seems like, yeah, it seems too easy. You know, it seems like not a big thing. You know, we're gonna reach a point where we're gonna be ahead, so ahead on levels that as soon as level 10 comes out, we'll just have it just like that. I doubt we're going to see something where Blizzard's like, okay, well, you know, with respect to all the easy experience that we got, the experience requirements from level 9 to 10 is going to be like 5 times as much as before. That's not going to feel right. Because if a brand new player is getting into it, it's going to feel really awkward getting like the first 9 levels like kind of like fast, and then the 10th is going to take like months for them to get. That wouldn't make sense. So it wouldn't surprise me if the next couple of levels don't really give us a whole lot. They'll give us like they'll give us prizes. We'll get like decor things and features, but not so much on budget. That's just a prediction of mine. Well, so they haven't added new rewards to the neighborhood church. You know, funny, I haven't done a single one yet. I haven't done stuff for that last architect person, like not once. Not once. I'm a weirdo. Don't need a bed. I will pick these up, though. Storage table, okay. Those. Oh, yeah, I haven't put down any rugs yet either, which is fine. Okay, so I want to make an oven. I'm not going to kit bash anything weird. That's not the plan. But I want to have like a something that is convincing and is me telling the world I'm making treats out of this. It's like I get the vast majority of my XP from endeavors. No, I get it. What level are you now, Himeros? Seems to be a pattern to it, with the odds giving us all the evens a little. I mean, the thing is, though, for those who have been present, like, they're getting lots of experience. So by the time they do add levels, that's going to be like, okay, it's going to be quite the boost. So it's kind of weird, having levels, having a leveling system that for some is not going to mean anything. Level 7 is great, mind you. What the hell? Like, compared to how it was during early access, like a level 1 house was, I believe, God, what was it? 300 or so? 300, 500, something like that. I think it was like 500. Nowadays, that sounds like, oh wow, that's pathetic. Yeah, I have not been doing a whole lot, and I just happen to have like a crap ton of moral just because I'm like, all right, I don't know where I'm getting it, but I'll take it. Like, I haven't done much in the form of like outdoor content aside from like the barest minimum. Like they should only one house, yeah. I mean, it's why it's one reason why I avoid kit bashing, because it just takes up a lot of extra budget. I don't know if that's what you're doing, Sereno, but I know for me, like, it would just be like a whole lot. I'd rather have like big and convincing pieces. Okay, I wanted to do an oven, dude. I guess like the current grills and stuff that we have, I guess that should be fine. Let me see what the thingamajigger. Oven. If I just type oven, what do I get? So I get the Valdraken one, which is a bit much, but that might be the most convincing thing. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that would be it. Nope, none of that. Yeah, I guess the Valdraken oven would be the thing. Okay. I mean, it's not going to be that industrial. I don't cater. I'm not going to be catering. I'm just making enough treats and yummy things for visitors. So there's no kit bashing? Oh, that's a lot. I'm sitting on a 30k mile and I would spend it on. Yeah, I've been buying the +1s for the housing experience, mostly. But that's about it. There have been a couple things that I have picked up though. There's like the Heronir stuff. Like there's like this green floor, that you can get. So let me show you. It was and I only used like 2 bits of it. Hell, you could barely see it. So like you could see it's these things right here, like this grassy stuff that's right over there. And I feel like I did a decent job of like having it blend in a little bit without it being like, well, having it pop too much. If it's baking, make a walk-in sized oven. No, I'm not gonna do anything that crazy. So, like, it is going to be a small space that I'm using. Like, that's going to take up a lot of space, and I kind of want to use that. I know this thing's big, too. So I might use a smaller... I might just small it up. Like, I don't need... The whole thing doesn't need to be visible. I'll have it, like, behind a bar table or something like that. So, just take, like, something like this. Actually, not. This one. And then this will just, like, kind of merp. I'm just gonna make it smaller. Let's work on the surface first. So if I'm dressing it like this, at some part here, I do want to have one of those big shelves or a cabinet. Yeah. So like, something like that to go in there, and then. Merp. Walking event sounds yeah. Bit of all the housing stuff for the expansion. I'm just like, I better save it because they might release cool. Yeah, there's that. I've been watching your uploaded streams lately. I want to invite you to my house one day. I wonder how I can do that. There's a link below, where you can sign up. The queue's full right now, but you want to check in every Tuesday at 10 a.m. That's when I'll open up spots. All right. So that's, and then I'll try to have like storage stuff above. So let's add this thing back in. Small it up. Or maybe I'll have multiples of these little things. Little baby oven, oh, so cute. Yeah, so what if it's only like 50? Yeah. I mean, I could do the corner here too. So like if I wanted to like put it here instead. But then that thing's gonna come out more and I need to like do something about that. I'll have to like change the table or something. I'm cool with it like this for now. For now. We'll be getting a lot on the next content update. Now, I want to be really clear to folks, too. Like, what we're getting, or what's being data mined, is just what's being data mined. You want to keep that in mind. There's no guarantee that like log piles and all the nature stuff that we saw, that they're just going to be available. So you wanna hold on to the expectations. I want to see patch notes that says, "Oh, neighborhood vendors have been updated with a ton of stuff," because we haven't seen it yet. Well, let me double check actually. As far as I know, we cannot go into neighborhoods in the PTR. Like straight up, the feature just isn't available. So I mean, I get it. It's easy to be excited. It's very easy to get excited, but it can be a trap. It can definitely be a trap. Will this let me in? Come on, baby. Oh, it's one of, oh, is it from that? Yeah, if that's been shown, then sweet. Yeah. Because I think I remember seeing a Wowhead article that talked about that. It's like, here's what they got. Nope, that's not it. There we go. Okay, so... so, okay, cool. The things to buy. Small lumber pile. Cute. Yeah, so I hope they end up adding more to stuff like this. So like it'd be cool to eventually like get more so like here's like the transmog that you can get from it. And then there's a bunch of decor. Not even a bunch. But what's gonna get people to come back? This will probably be the only place you get these rewards too. So oh boy. Alright, so can I go into neighborhoods? No. Because there's like so much that's been added. Wildhead put out an article with like something 300 different decor being added to the patch, but as for how it's going to be distributed, no idea. Which is unfortunate. Excuse me. Okay, so lighting, coffee. Oh, that's right. I forgot to get coffee bags. Doofus. I mean, at least from my POV, like decor is coming out of our ears. There's tons and tons of sources, or tons of decor coming from all sorts of different activities, different things. I would not be pleased if all the decor was just coming from like one spot. That wouldn't work out so great for me, I don't think. It'd be overwhelming. All right. Can I buy the stuff now? Yes. I have 3 of those, 8 of those. Oh, I need more than that. Give me like 10 more. Should be good. How many coupons? I have 1,000 coupons. Cool. And is there anything else that I would want? I don't think so. Like there's the signboard eventually. but I already have one of those, and I don't need more than that. Maybe I'll buy a bunch of tables at some point. Yeah. But for now, pantry. One thing at a time, buddy. One thing at a time. Let me double check if I have like a sort of like hanging shelf. Like there's multiple things I could probably use, but let's do a quick look. Because other things can be used. I could use this. I could use a bench if I wanted to. Or like that bench. Let's see, a weapon stand, barrel. Wall shelf. I have 6 of those out. I have 6 of them out? Why the hell did I use these? Oh well, let's pick up like 10 of those. Yeah, there's a ton of decor that we just haven't seen yet. Like, yo, Blizz. What's the deal? All right, so I got that. Cool. Now I'm actually gonna run to the loo. Clearing my throat, drinking. Jesus. Okay, so let's be right back. Alrighty. So, not above here. It's just gonna be in this spot, huh? This thing's huge, man. I mean, it's a roaster, so it can't be small. But at the same time, fuck, this is big. But, you know, I guess that's okay. So, things get roasted. They're put into the barrel, I guess. So I think this will need to go off to the side here, I think. So now I need these, but then I'll put down some shelves here. Salt and Pandera is a beer booze machine. Oh, really? It's a Kaffa refinery. I mean, as far as I know, it's for coffee. Now, I mean, and there are other there are other things I can do too. I don't need to do this. Or if anything, maybe the roaster can be like outdoor. Oh, Brilliant. So here's what I can try to do. I'll try to pull this off. So when it's cafe time, one of the outdoors areas can be where I grow my own coffee beans, and then you'll see like the roasters outside, or it'll have like this depiction, right? Like where, okay, you can't really go outside. It's going to be like walled off somehow or whatever. You just can't visit it. But then you can see in the distance, like the industrial side of the coffee making. So you'll see like a bunch of the machines. We can do that. We can do that. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah. I think that'll be the plan. So goodbye. So like, here we go. So here it is. Here's the refinery thing. Right? And it'll be out there in the distance. So I'll have like a line of them, right? A line of them, like a kind of like a warehouse sort of thing that's back there. Yeah. Yeah. So I think that'll be the plan. Let me take that out. Chances are pretty good I'm gonna make this thing smaller. But I'll decide at the very last second. Very last second. Let's take this thing. Yeah, I don't mind it looking like weird and janky like that. Yeah, no big deal. Okay. So now I have a bit more real estate to like work with. Yay. I ran out of bar tables. Nice. Okay. So I'll have a cabinet thing. Have that back there. I'll leave that alone for now. This will be bookshelf. Actually, how well can I bring these together? Yeah, no. not as good as I'd like. But I'm still good with that. Oh, this rug thing is gonna kind of bother me a little bit. Did a heroic warfront? Nice. Nice. That's oh wow. Oh, that sucks. Okay, now this thing is kind of bothering me. Oh no, actually no, that works out. Oh, the way these like come together is awful. Yeah. Too big. I was curious, how do you feel about the Great Vault on loot? Do you like it? I was like, since I got a ring from March of QD from the vault, that's Biss, but it seems to remove maybe the need to do some of the raids to get those items. It's RNG, you know? Like, if you did the Isle, or sorry, if you got the ring from a drop, then what? Right? That's all it is. The way I see it. The Great Vault is just like one giant extra roll token. That's it. Maybe you get something cool, maybe not. Alright, so... do I not have any... I only have one brewer thing? Shit. Well, okay, I need that. And then I'll have like some bags down here. Oops. No sink. We ain't got room for sinks here. Shit. We just wheel it out and hose it down. No, that's not right. Right here, baby. Good. Small sink? It's a mighty small sink. I think before I use the bathtub. Yeah, I think a bathtub might be better. That, and I could just have this thing come out too. Oh, this one doesn't have water in it. Oh, god dang it. There's no orc sink, huh? I don't think there is. Because they just don't wash their stuff. Oh. So I may have to settle for this. So let's put it in backwards. I don't think that's going to make any difference though. Okay, so that's going to have to come out just a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, no, that's not very fine. They use buckets. They do use buckets, yes. I think I'll just have to make it smaller. Or and just maybe I'll just have two. Yeah, I can just have two. I don't think that's a big deal. Or I can use them, or I could just use those. Or I could just use them, too. Like, is using this the end of the world? No. And I can dye it a certain color. So if I take that and like brown it up. Yeah. Yeah, I'll dye it later. If I commit to it, right? If I commit to it, then cool. And then here, I think there's like pillowcases I can use. No, not that. But I'll probably take like, you know, baked goods or something. Just like assortments of things. Basically, pantry ingredient stuff here. Product that's ready to go out here. Something like that. So if I can make like a little rack of treats and pastries and stuff, that'll be it. And then maybe some attempt at shelves here. For like a side, I want to have a dish rack somewhere. But maybe I won't do a dish rack of that sort. Maybe I'll have like something there for like the dishes. Yeah. So I'll have like a whole shitload of like cups or whatever here. Yeah, it's like a Seth Willis or something like that. Yeah, some sort of like pillow. Which I think I have to buy at like the Alliance person. So off this way. So who sells it? Here we go. Sethralus Priest's Pillow. Which doesn't have a preview. Great. Baskets. Oh, baskets aren't a bad idea either. So I'm gonna buy like, oh gosh, I could buy a bunch of these. So those are nice and cheap. Is there something else that I want to use since I'm here? While I'm here, no, I don't think so. But now that the whole thing on baskets comes up, I might want to use some baskets somewhere. Yeah, I guess it's always the opposite. Because since it's part of a quest, you gotta go to the opposite faction vendor to like buy that stuff. It's all good. So it's kind of like, okay, cool, we got sacks of like flour and whatnot. Okay, it's kind of weird having that shroud there. But, oh well. This is just for, like, additional storage. And we have some baskets that I haven't been using, really. So... it has blue trim on it. Oh, I'm sure I can dye it to like other stuff. Basket up there for fun. Then market stuff. How small can I make this? Pretty small. Thank goodness. And then I'll do another one. Okay, I kind of like how that comes together. That's cool. And then treats on the other side. All right. We're getting there. We're slowly getting there with the pantry baking area. I want to do a lot more here, though. Something. Okay, I need to buy another freaking espresso machine back here. Make the bar. As for how much stuff is going to be here, though, I don't know. So there's the coffee stuff. This, I guess, will be like different drink ingredients. So I need to have like a shitload of bottles. Bottles and bottles and bottles for people who are like mixing drinks and whatnot, I guess. But that means the front here is going to be pretty limited. I mean, I'll have like pour overs, right? Pour overs, but I guess I'll have like a smaller bar. This is for like, okay, if we got like a big rush, then we'll have like a, the second bar will be utilized back here. That'll be kind of the idea. Yeah. Maybe. And maybe another washing area. Actually, yeah, that might be it. I'll have like one bar here, but then it's, and then dishes there and here. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of dishes that'll be back here. Just so we can like take care of the volume. That way I don't have to put that much stuff up front either. Yes. Yes. Okay. Well, it is noontime. And I want to thank folks again. I do apologize. I wanted to get visits done. I would not have been able to get them done the way that I would have liked to again. So apologize for that. But I'll make up for it next week when I will be better. Promise. And I don't know if I'll be able to slam all 20. But I'm gonna try to. If I could do like 6 or 7 in a day, then that would work out. So I'm gonna head out. You guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys for the next thing, and until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, stay breezy.